Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're really going to dig into a detailed explanation of a vital dynamic in modern business. We're looking at the strategic intersection of digital tools and customer loyalty. Basically, we're breaking down a specific training module that's designed to show organizations how to build digital pathways that don't just, find customers, but actually keep them around for the long haul.
So, let me ask you this to kick things off. What is the true key to lasting customer loyalty? It's a question literally every organization grapples with, right? And in today's rapidly shifting digital landscape, well, the answer isn't just a friendly smile or a reliable product anymore. As we're going to see in the material we're analyzing today, technology acts as the literal bridge, connecting the organization directly to the customer in a super meaningful, persistent way. But how exactly does that work in practice?
Okay, let's dive into this. Looking directly at the source text for this module, the goal is crystal clear. It states, participants would learn how to apply technology to customer retention and engagement. Now, the absolute vital word here is apply, right? This isn't just about buying the latest software so it can sit on a virtual shelf gathering digital dust. No, it's about active, intentional implementation to get real, tangible results.
To really grasp this whole concept, we have to unpack its two core pillars. First up, retention. This encompasses the actual methods used to keep a customer actively connected to an organization. Think of this as your defensive strategy. It's kind of like the baseline act of locking the back door. You're holding on to a customer you've already spent so many resources to acquire, and you're making absolutely sure they don't drift away to a competitor. But here's the thing, retention alone just isn't enough. The text pairs it intentionally with our second pillar, which is engagement. Now, this is the active interaction that creates a deeper, ongoing connection. So if retention is your defense, engagement is absolutely your offense. If retention means they're technically on your roster, engagement is what keeps that relationship alive. It evolves it from just a sterile, one-off transaction into a thriving, dynamic dialogue. Now, what's really interesting here is how these concepts are distinct, but deeply, deeply connected. They feed into each other almost like a giant infinity loop. On one side, you have customer retention, right? That keeps the person in your orbit. On the other side, customer engagement is what actually sparks the interaction. The training clearly highlights that you need both of these working in tandem. Retention without engagement? Well, that just leads to a dormant customer who's eventually going to leave. Engagement is exactly what secures the retention over time.
So how do you actually get from simply keeping a customer to actively interacting with them at scale? Well, the source material positions technology as this essential dynamic bridge. The application of technology is literally the connective tissue that spans the gap between basic customer retention and deep, meaningful engagement. Because let's be real, you can't personally call 1 million customers every single day. But through technology, you can absolutely create the feeling and the reality of personalized, consistent interaction. So, what does this actual toolkit look like? The text lays out 3 clear module focus areas: the application of technology, various methods to retain, and various methods to engage. And this illustrates a brilliant underlying philosophy. There is no single magic bullet solution here. By specifically sharing various methods, the curriculum recognizes that different customer bases and different industries absolutely require adaptable, diverse digital strategies.
Let's move on and see how this all builds together. We can actually map these concepts into a highly active, 3-step strategy for digital success. Step 1 is to apply technology, getting the right infrastructure in place. Step 2 is to utilize various methods, which means deploying those specific retention and engagement tactics we just talked about. And finally, Step 3 is the ultimate payoff, which is strengthening relationships. And that brings us right to the heart of the matter. The ultimate goal of this module isn't just teaching participants how to use technology for its own sake. No way. That technology and the various methods, they're simply vehicles. The real, ultimate goal here is strengthening ties. It is all about building lasting, resilient bonds between the people buying the service and the people providing it.
And crucially, the source explicitly frames this as a two-way street. The goal is to strengthen the customer and organization relationship, both of them. It's not just about a company extracting lifetime value or just bombarding a user with automated discount emails. It's a mutually beneficial dynamic where both sides find real, tangible value through these digital touchpoints.
Which leaves us with a really critical question to consider as we wrap up today's explainer. Looking at the frameworks and strategies within your own spheres, how will technology strengthen your customer relationships? I mean, if technology is indeed the bridge, are you using it just to lock people in and keep them from leaving? Or are you actively using it to spark interactions and build that two-way street of value we just talked about?
It's a fascinating challenge to navigate, for sure. Keep that question in mind as you evaluate your own digital pathways. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.